Salam alaikum, guys. I hope your Ramadan is going very well. So it has been about a week or so, a little bit over a week, and I don't know about you guys, but it's very easy to get lazy during this month, especially if you don't have school or work or whatever, and you can just spend your day sleeping or just eating all night and just being lazy and whatever it is. And so I'm just going to be going through a couple of healthy tips to keep yourself going through this Ramadan, to keep your energy up, etc. So I'm going to be talking about eating habits that you can kind of start in this month to keep yourself going, keep your energy high, and then you can continue it throughout the year as well. So first thing I'm going to start off with is suhoor. So suhoor is obviously important. It's the first meal that you're going to have, and it's what's going to keep you going throughout the day, keep your energy up, etc. So if you skip it, you're probably not going to feel very motivated to do anything. You're going to be sleeping the entire day, which is not going to be very beneficial for you. So in order to get your energy up, you need to eat something. So I'm going to be going through 4 steps, and I actually legit made a list of things so that I remember everything. So if I keep glancing down, it's because my notebook is in front of me. So I'm going through 4 things. So people will tell you like, okay, eat healthy, eat something that'll keep you full during the day, but that's very vague. So I'm going to be going through specific things. There's going to be 4 things I'm going to be talking about. So obviously water is important. You want to have water so that you can keep yourself hydrated throughout the day. But water is not going to be the only thing that's going to keep you going through the day and keep you hydrated. You can also start making smoothies or anything like that, 100% juice, etc. Then number 2 is going to be something with fiber. And there's a lot of things that have fiber in it, so anything that you think that fits underneath that category. And then number 3 is complex carbs. So not just any kind of carbs, which are like, if you think automatically of carbs, what you think of like rice and bread. I mean, that's what I think of. But something more complex carbs, things like oatmeal, things like, I don't know, oats and stuff like that, whole wheat, etc. And things that will keep you full throughout the day. And then you want to get your protein. You can get your protein from eggs and things that are healthy. You don't want to eat like turkey bacon or something, because yeah, it's good, but it's not very healthy for you, and it's going to make you feel really groggy. And I'm going to get back to that, talking about unhealthy things that you can eat in the morning, or shouldn't eat in the morning actually. And then number 4, if I can count right, is, or did I go through all the steps? 1, 2, 3, 4. I said fiber, complex carbs, protein, and water. Yes, that's 4. An example of things that you can eat that will have fiber, complex carbs, protein, etc. are things you can have like peanut butter, you can have bananas, eggs, you can have oatmeal, etc. And then after this little spiel that I'm going to have a couple of suhoor food ideas that you can make that are very simple to make, especially if you're like rushing through your suhoor, you wake up late and whatnot. And what I like to do actually is just have something that's more solid and then have something that's more liquid based. So mostly what I eat in the morning is going to be something that consists of a fruit smoothie. I just throw a bunch of fruit in there, put some 100% juice in there, usually orange juice, blend it up with some ice and just have that. And then I'll have oatmeal on the side, a little honey or granola or something like that, to get that, to get the complex carbs in there, and then also be able to get your fiber from your fruit. So then I'm going to go into Iftar. So Iftar is obviously important as well because you're breaking your fast, and that's the thing that we always look forward to, whether you want to admit it or not. Yes, you do. So the thing is that you want to first start off with eating dates, and it's not only because it's sunnah, but also because that will bring your energy back, give you like a quick burst of energy because it has a lot of sugar in it, but it's natural sugars. Or you can drink something with natural sugars like a smoothie, or have 100% juice, etc. Have prunes, raisins, whatnot. I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not going to be drinking any milk, but yeah, you can do that as well. Or you can have water, which is of course important. And then after that, you can probably pray. You'll have enough energy to get you through that, and then have your meal. Don't be one of those people who like rush after they have their dates and being like, oh, I want to like throw some food on top. So then after you pray, then you want to get your dinner. And there's 5 different things that you can eat. Obviously, when you go out to eat, it's going to be difficult, especially when there's so much food. You're going to want to eat everything. So sticking with 5 different main things. First, having your protein. Second, your vegetables. And then dairy is optional. If you can have dairy, yogurt or whatever you want. Then complex carbs, and then healthy fat. So there are 5 different things that you can have for your iftar dinner. So starting off with complex carbs, so those are examples, if you don't know what that is, things like if you have barley or oats or couscous, basmati rice, whole wheat or potatoes. And the recommendation, I don't know, according to sciencey people, health people, for females around 2 to 3 servings, so like a small bowl of rice if that's what you want. For males, it's like 3 to 4 servings, and obviously that's depending on your body weight or whatnot, so obviously you don't have to stick to those regulations, but that's just recommendations. And then for protein, obviously protein's more common, people know what protein is, but things like lamb or eggs or beef, I really don't like lamb, so I avoid that. I know that's like not Islamic and people are like, you're not Muslim if you don't like lamb, but I really don't like the taste of it at all, so I stick with beef. Or if you want eggs, I don't really like eggs either, so yes, beef it is. And then vegetables, so vegetables are really, really important and will help you stay healthy during this month. So filling up on vegetables because they're high in fiber and low in calorie, things like onions or leafy greens, and having that, you can have yourself a salad, and put that on the side of your rice with your complex carbs, and then have some beef or lamb, whatever you want. And then for dairy, you just want to have 1 serving. I'd recommend something like yogurt they can put over there on top of your rice. And then healthy fat. So healthy fat is going to be things like olive oil. If you have some olive oil, you want to mix it into your rice or into your salad. Some fish like salmon, which is some healthy fat. And then avocado as well, if you want to throw that on top of a salad, which will give you your veggies. And then some couscous or something, which will be your complex carbs. And then for your protein, you can just have some like beef or something like that. So yeah, that can just be your dinner. And okay, and now I'm going to go into things to avoid for both Suhoor and Iftar. So Iftar, obviously, it's because you've been fasting the entire day. You don't want to eat some of these things. And for Suhoor, it's because then you're probably going to go back to sleep and you don't want to eat these things. So first, obviously, the most obvious is things like fast food. So yeah, avoid that. Yes, it's tempting, like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever it is, or highly processed foods, and that will just cause you indigestion and just heartburn, and just won't be good for you. Also spicy food, which is going to be in a lot of your iftars, but I would say avoid that, especially for Suhoor. Like I don't even understand how people eat spicy food. No offense to people who do for Suhoor, but honestly that would just kill me, and it's just not gonna give you energy or just make you feel good the entire day. And then also things that are refined carbs like white bread and like rice and things like that, which are not very healthy to begin with, so just avoiding those things. And then of course the hardest thing is coffees and tea, and then also soda. I don't know why you drink soda for Suhoor, but maybe talking more about Iftar, but those kind of things are just not very good for you and just will not get you through the day, and you will crash in the middle of the day anyway, so I would just avoid those completely. And then going into the working out aspect, so obviously it's really easy to become lazy and be like, I'm not working out, and that's kind of how I was at the beginning, because I was like, I'm fasting, I don't have time, especially if you have a busy schedule or whatnot. I don't, but if you do, and so you won't want to work out, but if you do, the best times to work out, I would say, if you normally work out before, I would say working out right before Iftar, which is what I personally do, so that when you're done with your workout, you can have water and replenish yourself and hydrate yourself and just eat some food. Or if you're not really someone who works out regularly, I wouldn't recommend that, especially if you get really tired close to Iftar. You should probably work out a couple of hours after you have your food, so your food can digest and you won't feel sick and like puke while you're working out. Or you can also work out before Suhoor as well, so you'll still be able to drink water or eat food, light food and whatnot. So those are my recommendations, and even if you don't even have gym membership, you can do workouts at home. I do Insanity, it's insane, that's why it's called that. Or you can do anything, go on a treadmill, run, whatnot. I wouldn't recommend running outside because it is really late, but anything that you want to do, you can do some workout videos with your friends or whatever it is that you like to do. But yeah, that would also help with keeping yourself healthy during this month, and a lot of people say they want to lose weight during this month, so just sticking with these guidelines and also working out and obviously building up to it. You do not want to go run a marathon in the middle of Ramadan, but also just keeping yourself healthy, keeping your blood pumping through your veins, etc. So working out is definitely important. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and after this is going to be a little bit of a couple of can't even speak right now. After this, there's going to be some little recipe ideas, quick recipe ideas, especially if you don't have any times. So keep on watching and hope you guys enjoy. Bye. Thing that I'm going to show you guys how to make is a fruit smoothie, one of my favorite things to have for Suhoor. So first I'm just crushing up some ice. Yeah, I know, it's ratchet. We don't have crushed ice, so I'm just like banging on a bag with a wooden spoon, which is really loud, so yeah. Next I'm just going to take my strawberries and blueberries and then just put them in my little strainer things that I can wash them. Then I'm just going to cut up about 3 to 4 strawberries, and I just kind of cut off the top before I wash them. Then I just like to put my ice on the bottom and then just throw the fruit right on top. Then I want to add a little bit of orange juice as well. I don't really put that much, just a little bit in there. And now it's time to blend it up. I usually do about 30 seconds, but obviously it depends on what kind of consistency you want for your smoothie. I like it a little bit thicker and to have a little bit of fruit pieces in there. And there's your delicious smoothie. As you can see, mine has some chunks in it because I didn't blend it as long, but that's the way I like it. Next is a little quick recipe that my sister likes to make. She likes to make her fancy veggie scrambled eggs, and she just added some salt and pepper and then a little bit of cumin. And then she's going to be putting a little bit of cayenne pepper. You don't want to go overload with this because spicy is no good. Next, she added some olive oil in her pan and then some crumbled feta cheese on top of her eggs. And then she's starting to cut up some tomatoes, and she puts her vegetables in first. They can kind of saute a little bit in the pan. And then next she's adding some yellow peppers, which are delicious. And then I think that's kale that she's putting in there. Usually she puts spinach or kale. And then once you little saute a little bit, she just pours her eggs right on top. And there are her delicious eggs. Woo! So I'm going to be making some whole grain oatmeal. This is just the instant oatmeal you can get in a box. So I'm just pouring some in there. Pretty easy to make. Add some water. I just kind of go YOLO with it, mixing it up. And then I put it in the microwave for about 130. And then just a little bit of honey on top. So if you're like me and don't like eggs that much, you can just kind of fry up a single egg. I just put some salt and pepper on it, and I have this like hybrid between scrambled eggs and an omelet sort of thing, but it's really good. I like it. And there's my delicious Suhoor. Woo!